Good morning. It's June 20th, day after Juneteenth. We are an anti-racist household. Here's the deal. Do a little Socratic monologue. Because it is June 20th, 2020. Viral times have changed everything in a few short months. Precedent has left Earth, and very few people are really capable of describing how we move forward in a very holistic, life-centric, humane way. This is what I'm here to do, and I need some help. Need a producing partner. Bring the money and bring yourself, and we're going to figure out how to help the world understand a new way to think. There's no more basic way than how we conceive of life, conceive of knowing stuff, than 1 + 1 = 2. We got counting down. We know counting. So what would happen if I was smarter than math? What if I, Deb, can be smarter than math and explain to you that 1 + 1 = 3? You can keep your 1 + 1 = 2. Counting has uses in the world, and it's the complexity of it all. It's brilliant. You don't have to change anything you believe about the math of counting. But I'm going to introduce you to the math of life, which is what we need to use to compute how to move forward, to fix the world, to get rid of white supremacy around the whole entire globe. I am very, very much an everywhere Ian. And when I start saying everyone, I see my friend Balopi in Botswana. He's a microbiologist, so he always comes to mind. And he's an algaepreneur. And I want to get this man making some money and doing some good stuff with algae. Botswana. Landlocked country, not. But you got the Okavango Delta, which is probably where every single one of us humans originated from. New data in, controversial, things have to be done, but it feels right to me. And I'm one of those old soul kinds of sorts who's right now really very broadly up with the bleeding edge science across all domains in 2020. And I look at it philosophically. I look at it different than everyone else. I do not draw the same conclusions, the conclusions that have this whole messed up world. I know how we all move forward by having adults learn to make life-centric decisions using the math of life. So math thinks it's about counting. Okay, there's a word problem here or there. Well, philosophy can come in and tell math, I see something else about you. The math of counting, the math of stuff, widgets, the mechanical world. And then there's the math of life. 1 + 1 = 3. There's a very valid context, a 100% reliable context to which I have not yet had any person disagree with me. When 1 + 1 = 3. And that when you understand it, takes me 9 words. This is not a complex thing I'm about to finish up here real quick here. 9 words it takes me to explain 1 + 1 = 3. You'll understand there's a new math of life. You'll understand that philosophers are pretty much going to be the ones who need access to the public for the near future so that we can all start thinking in ways that allow Homo sapiens species to love all of us. All y'alls are beautiful to me. So much so, I really, really want to just help you think a little bit better about how powerful human thought is. So what I'm doing here is this has been a play, in the sense of it being a 9-year-old telling you what I learned at school, and then I no, I did better. I created a whole universe out of what I learned at school. And the universe is the one where we all come to the grips of the scenario, the context, when 1 + 1 = 3. 9 words. And now we can talk about it for 99,000 years. But the concept is so fundamental, it takes 9 words to explain. The math of life, 1 + 1 = 3, is 1 man + 1 woman equals a 3rd baby. 1 man + 1 woman equals a 3rd baby. 2 really, the most complex things we know that exist in the world, human bodies. There's 2 and then there's 3. From a thought, some urges, some intense collaboration, some good nutrition and some time and some, always happens. There's a scenario when the math of life ends up with 3, not 2. Now, we're being philosophical and creative and analytical and metaphorical, but there is an actual principle that philosophical reasoning is not either or, which is 1 + 1 = 2. To find the valid premise in a world of entirely new questions, because precedent has left Earth due to COVID-19, you've got to think better. Old thinking was broken anyway. The world was, but now we got to deal with all the brokenness of the world and a virus that is now evolving and adapting a lot quicker than we can. So I need to get y'all up with the math of life. 1 + 1 = 3. 1 man + 1 woman equals a 3rd baby. That's reproduction. And what creates that brand new entity is thought, which we would call love. Thoughts change the world. There is nothing about the economy, money, the global markets that didn't come from a human brain. And now that we can see how broken they are, we can create better things from better human brains if we start using the math of life. Right now, every decision we make must be life-centric. It must be humane. We must make sure that somebody's not going to die because they and everyone they know are on unemployment and there's no jobs to be had and nobody leaving their houses and nobody's coming into people's houses and training them to be knowledge workers. There's a way to frame this opportunity to support me, invest in me. All right, yeah, I guess that, see, you give me just enough time. I set myself a goal. We're under 9 minutes. Yeah, invest in my intellectual property. This is a serious, global, changing way of looking at the world. I'm Deb Helfrich, 202-487-7818. I need checks right now.